Thank you very much. Let me start by recognizing my colleagues, the chairman of the electoral commissions from the West and Southern African sub-regions. Your Excellency, the EU Ambassador, Katil Kessel, Your Excellencies, other members of the Diplomatic Corps, and permit me to single out Her Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Ethiopia. If she is here, I think I saw her. The reason for singling her out is that her tenure is coming to an end in Nigeria, but she has just been appointed the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Ethiopia. So next time we meet in Nigeria or elsewhere, she will not be Her Excellency, she will be chairperson of the election management body of that country. Your Excellency, the President of the ECOWAS Commission, represented the President of ECES, Monica, you're welcome. The Chairman of the Interparty Advisory Council, another chairman of political parties in Nigeria, election and election technology experts from all over the world, honorable commissioners of INEC, both national and resident, representatives of civil society organizations, the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to this very important conference, which has been made possible by the collaborative effort of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Nigeria, the ECOWAS Network of Electoral Commissions, ECONEC, and the Electoral Commissions Forum of the Southern African Development Community, ECF SADC, with the support of the European Center for Electoral Support under the EU Support to Democratic Governance, the SDGN project. It is heartwarming to note that today all the countries in the West African and Southern African sub-regions are democracies with strong commitment to deepening the electoral process based on the rule of law and the will of the people. I'm therefore exceptionally delighted to welcome delegates from over 30 countries in the West and Southern African sub-regions with an estimated population of 633 million, representing 52% of the total population of the African continent. I'm equally delighted to welcome election and election technology experts from all over the world, making this conference truly unique. What then do we hope to achieve at this conference? The answer is simple. The conference agenda, as articulated in the concept note contained in the program of events given to each participant, seeks to explore the advantages and challenges of technology in elections. Already, election management bodies in our sub-regions and beyond have deployed technology in one way or another to improve the processes, administration, and outcome of elections, ranging from training and capacity building for electoral officials, promotion of inclusivity in the process. Here I'm referring to youth, women, persons with disabilities, internally displaced persons, and out of country as well as diaspora voting. The biometric registration of voters, delineation of electoral constituencies, georeferencing of existing, as well as the creation of new polling units, establishment of robust electronic databases, accreditation of voters during elections, actual voting, and the speedy and more accurate collation and transmission of results. The deployment of technology has also empowered citizens more than ever before to organize, mobilize, and protect their mandates using various social media platforms to track result transmission and even undertake parallel vote tabulation. At the same time, the deployment of technology has its numerous challenges. Given the deficit of infrastructure and expertise in many countries in our sub-regions, and the regularity with which elections are conducted, concerns have been raised about cost, choice, and effectiveness of technology. Furthermore, given the high stakes involved in conducting elections in developing countries, electoral commissions must understandably be worried about the twin issues of communication and security, especially in situations where data resides with and is indirectly transmitted to the tallying centers through offshore vendors rather than exclusively controlled within national boundaries by the election management bodies. In addition, we have to contend with the disturbing but rapidly increasing incidence of election meddling through the deployment of counter-technology on a global scale by both state and non-state actors. Nevertheless, technology has come to stay, and its benefits are immense. While it is true that all the countries participating in this conference have deployed technology in one form or another to improve on the electoral process, the outcome varies from one country to another. However, this coming together of managers and experts to share experience, we shall be better prepared in making the choice of the appropriate and cost-effective technology that will increase public confidence in the electoral process and further protect the sanctity and integrity of the ballot. Over the next 3 days, presentations and discussions will revolve around 11 thematic areas in 8 plenary sessions and 3 breakout sessions. It is therefore a fitting tone to this conference that the keynote address will be delivered by someone who, arising from issues relating to the transmission and tallying of results, had the difficult task of conducting 2 presidential elections in 2 months. Please join me to warmly welcome the chairman of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission of the Republic of Kenya, Mr. Wafula Chebukati. Mr. Chebukati, please rise up so that we can see the speaker, the man who conducted 2 presidential elections in 2 months. Thank you, Mr. Chebukati. Let me also, as I look around the table, quickly recognize, in no particular order, but just in the order I have been introduced to some of the participants, recognize, before I come to Africa, the President of the Electoral Commission of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Within the West African sub-region, I can see many chairmen of electoral commissions. In no particular order, let me recognize Ahmed Barry Newton, Chairman, Electoral Commission of the Republic of Burkina Faso. And we have the Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Mozambique. Yeah, I met him. Chairman Mozambique. There is a delegation. Ah, there he is. Professor Emmanuel Chiando, Chairman, Electoral Commission, Benin Republic, and the first Vice President of INEC is there. The Chairman, Electoral Commission of Seychelles. Chairman Seychelles, there she is. Thank you very much for coming. And the Chairperson of the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Cape Verde, Maria Gonçalves. We have Jose Pedro Sambu, Chairman, Electoral Commission of Guinea-Bissau. There he is. We have two Guineas in Africa, and they are all here. We have the Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Guinea-Conakry. Chairman Guinea-Conakry, there he is. Is Charlotte here now? Charlotte Osai, Chair, Electoral Commission Ghana. There she is. I can see Charlotte. Thank you. And just as I was coming up the stage, I saw the Justice, the Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Chairman, Electoral Commission of the Republic of Madagascar, all the way from Antananarivo. There he is. Chairman, Electoral Commission of the Republic of Senegal. There is a team there from the Republic of Senegal. Then I saw the other justice, the Chairman of the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Tanzania. We had dinner with him yesterday, and there he is. And then we have the Chairman of the Electoral Commission of the island of Zanzibar. I met the chairperson, he's here as well. Chairman Zanzibar? Right. Chairperson, Electoral Commission, DR Congo? Thank you. Chairman, Electoral Commission of Angola? Our colleagues from Angola? There he is. Thank you very much. Because of flight connection, are expecting a national commissioner from the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Sierra Leone. They just concluded their elections last week. Is Miata French around from the Republic of Sierra Leone? I'm sure they are connecting from Lagos. And we are also expecting Irfan Abdurrahman, the Chairman, Electoral Commission of Mauritius. He's arriving this morning on Emirates. There are many other chairmen of electoral commissions I have not mentioned, I have not recognized. I hope I'll be pardoned. There will be an opportunity to further recognize the presence of all the chairmen from all the 15 countries in the West African sub-region. We only received apologies from the Republic of Gambia and all the 15 countries in the Southern African sub-regions. You are all welcome. Let me then also welcome our election experts and moderators. There are so many of them around. Let me not even attempt recognition, but you can't fail to recognize General Ishola Williams, who is one of the resource persons and moderators. This conference is made possible, as I said earlier, by the generous support of the European Union and coordinated by the European Center for Electoral Support under the EU Support for Democratic Governance in Nigeria. It is my great pleasure to welcome the EU Ambassador once again. Mr. Kettle Castle is here, as well as all the EU ambassadors to this conference. Let me also, on this note, formally welcome the President of the Management Board of ECES, Monica Frassoni, who she told me yesterday is visiting Nigeria for the first time, but by no means for the last time. This is just the beginning. Before I conclude, let me once again, and on behalf of the quartet of INEC Nigeria, the ECOWAS Network of Electoral Commissions, and the Electoral Commissions Forum of Southern Africa, and the President of ECES, welcome all participants, invitees, and other guests. In particular, one of the co-organizers of this conference, the President of the Electoral Commissions Forum of the Southern African Development Community, and the chairperson of the Namibian Electoral Commission. She is a lawyer, advocate, Motemba Shipoya. She's sitting right behind me. Her country has tried electronic voting for quite some time, so we'll hear more from the experience of Namibia. In conclusion, as we look forward to a very robust discussion, I have no doubt that at the end of this conference, we'll enrich our experiences on the use of technology in elections. And the Abuja conference will be a turning point in our collective effort to deepen the deployment of technology for credible elections and stable and sustainable democracies. I want to welcome you to Abuja, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.